Boing, 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 boing. What's up, guys? It's Matt, and I'm back in this old bathroom that I'm fixing up and trying to get working again. So again, you're going to hear the echo in this video. Sorry about that, but it's an echoey room. But today I've got a totally different problem. Last time I showed you guys how to fix the leaky bathtub faucet. Today I got a problem with my sink faucet, and it's loose. As you can see from the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you guys how to tighten that up and get it fixed without having to replace the whole thing and do it on the cheap. Let's do it. All right, so like I said, I don't want to have to replace the whole faucet, so I'm not going to show you how to do that today. I'm actually just going to show you how to tighten that back up and get it secured back to the sink. I know it seems like if that happens to you, if it breaks like that, that it's going to be something serious or that it's falling apart completely. It's really not. It's actually one of these mounting nuts. I've got two of them here. Let me show you them separately. So this is like a larger one, and this one's actually my size. I have American standard, so it's a 3/4 inch. If you don't know what kind of sink you have, if you know what kind of faucet you've got, it should be pretty easy to get the right size mounting nut. This is probably what broke under there that caused it to break loose. Both of mine did. There's one on each side. But you know, you may have a bigger one. If you don't know what size faucet you have, there is still another way to find out what size nut you're going to need, and I'll show you what I did to find out what mine is. All right, to find out the size, what you're going to do is take your old one. This is my old ones that broke. I'm actually missing some pieces, probably still down there. But I took some pieces of the old broken rings that broke off the faucet there underneath, your mounting nuts. And I put them back together as best I could. You see those pieces go together just enough. I know I'm missing a piece at the bottom there, but that's enough to take a ruler, a tape measure, whatever, and measure the opening. Mine's 3/4 of an inch. I know it's hard to see because but the opening is 3/4 inch. And so I was able to get online and find a pair of these. Comes with two for about $7. American standard 3/4 inch. All right, in case it wasn't obvious, we're gonna have to get down under the sink where it connects to the faucet, which is up there. The faucet's up there. And we're gonna have to disconnect these water lines right here going to the faucets, which I know sounds hard, but really isn't that bad at all. What you're gonna do first is just turn the water off. This one. Sometimes they're a little hard to turn at first. Let me turn it for a little bit there. Yeah, that one's really hard to turn. That one's kind of seized up, and it may be seized up. So what might be easier, and I can show you right now, is to, let's see, that's the cold water, and that's off. Let's check it. Yep, cold water's off. Hot water's still on because it won't turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the hot water at the hot water heater. There should be a valve there to turn it off, and I'll show you that right now. All right, here's mine right above my hot water heater is my hot water shutoff valve, just like that. Quick check, water is off. Hot water should run out now. Let's clear the line out now that it's off. All right, and there might be a little bit of water in this line that hasn't come up yet when I go to take this off, and it might get a few drops on you. It ain't gonna hurt you though. So it's off, so it shouldn't spray on you. And so the next thing you're gonna want to do is disconnect the lines, and we should be able to do that with a pair of pliers. Hopefully we won't have to get wrenches, or sometimes you have to get an adjustable wrench or a wrench that'll fit it. But I think we can get a pair of pliers. Let's try it. All right, so because this thing is loose up top, it makes it tricky to disconnect those top pieces off the water line. And so I'm gonna disconnect it down here first. There we go. It can be a little tricky at first, but once you get them started, there you go. And like I said, this is the one that might have a little bit of water in the line, so it's going to drip a little bit. Just be prepared for that. Set something below it to catch the water or something. And almost there. There's that one. Comes out just like that. And there's that one. And now your faucet is loose. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, now that it's loose down there, you should be able to pull this thing all the way out now. It might get a little hung up. There we go. And now I can worry about getting these nuts off without, you know, straining myself to reach up in there to do it, because I got to get these off to get the mounting nuts back up on there. All right, these things are on there real good, so I'm going to try these vice grips. There it goes. All right, so I got both of these loose, these nuts loose. And so I got to get my locking nut, the one that broke that I'm replacing, actually both of these, up above this nut up here. And it won't fit around that nut, so that's why I got that off. And if you can pull this out, do that. Mine, they're way too difficult to pull those out when I'd rather just, see, they've got a nut down here and this ferrule here on the end of that blocking it, and this blocking that from coming off, so I can get that up above it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut mine off, and I got new ferrules here. These are really cheap. You can get these ferrules for like 29 cents for a pair of them. So I just already had some new ones laying around. So it's just another way you can do it if you can't get your hose off at the other end. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these. There we go. Just try to make sure you cut them nice and straight, not at an angle, so you can get the other one back on there real good. Now I can pull all this off to get this back on, which I'm not going to put on yet because I want to stick this back to the sink, but this is going to go back up on there above those nuts and then screw on here like that. Hold the sink tight again. So I'm going to stick this back to the sink, put this back on, and then put those other nuts I took off back on in the new ferrules. Put our new mounting nuts back up onto there. Trying to keep my arm out the way so you guys can see. But I really can't see. I'm just feeling it, going by feel. You gotta get it nice and straight to start. All right, before you tighten it all the way, make sure you get the other one on. You want them both still a little loose because you're going to need to line it up top before you tighten it up all the way. That one was a lot easier. All right. Now I'm going to go. All right, now I'm going to go look on top, make sure I got it lined up as I tighten it. All right, see, it's still can be moved all around. So what you want to do is you want to eyeball it to get it centered. And then tighten it up. You want to hold it one hand, tighten it with the other hand. You should be able to reach. If not, have somebody come up here and hold this down. All right, now I put our nuts we took off back on. Starting with the larger one. It's a tight squeeze. All right, next we're gonna do the lower nuts. Put the nut on first, and then the new ferrule. Slide on, and then you want to slide that hose back into there. And that nut will go over the ferrule. tighten down. Tighten those up. All right, so the faucet is now secure. It ain't going nowhere. Nice and tight. Last thing to do is to turn on the water, make sure we didn't cause any leak. This one, since it's down here. All right. So far, no leaks on the cold side. Water works. No leaking. All right, now let's try the hot water. All right, hot water's on and no leaking. I think we got it. All right, there you guys have it. I hope you guys get some help out of this. Mine was actually a little more difficult than I anticipated because it's old and limey and just corroded. So it took a little longer than I expected. 20-30 minutes and about $8. So still worth it to do it yourself. I hope it helped you. If it did, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.